item sponsored by Rogue Energy. I'll show you if you come see me later. Are you going live later today? That's my Fallout 2 stuff! Look at that. Look at that. Still mad about my Fallout 2. It hasn't been accepted yet, but it might be accepted. Most likely it will. Stanley. Herbal. Ultra. Yeah, I'll drop by if you're live. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Just 80%. All endings, 12 endings, 80%. Yep. This is my 0th attempt. Let me just remove these segments. Right, this would be endings. Insert below. So we have endings. Then we've got the memory zone. Sequel. Actually, we'll say new content. Memory zone. Then we'll do sequel. Stanlefiglarines, isn't it? Stanlefiglarines. There you go. I think that's a spot. Oh, Stanley Figs. And then the final one will be Epilogue. Alrighty. Okay. I just need to reset my time, as that's not correct. That's my Fallout 2 time. Click OK, and here we go. Okay, so to start this run off, we need to reset our stuff. I need to check when the timing actually begins. I can check my phone. Let me just reset the thing though. I need to restart the game. Nope, not my settings. Yeah, I need to read your messages. I've missed so many of them. I'll show you. If I'm not too tired. How old are you to now? 57, but for another 4 weeks. Are you really? Yes, ma'am. And how old am I? 90. I don't believe it. Am I really? Yes, ma'am. At least 10 times yesterday. Oof. I'm assuming you're by your mother's at the moment. And delete my save data. Alrighty. My epilepsy decided it wanted to shit its pants that. I have taken medication, so I should be. Alright. So, timing would begin, I believe, the second you start the game. Let's check. I know some people... Let me have a look, because I know some people start their timer... She's in a go just to give my twin sister a break for a couple of weeks before it snaps her into we're nearly old ourselves. Yeah. I'm not in the best of health myself, but I've come down to do. Yeah, that's pretty good. Even like that's pretty good, especially if you're not great yourself. Alexis just got the world record for 80% care, which is pretty good. Can't see what basis for 2 weeks. Oof. The other time I was house sat for my parents while they were away, but yeah. I think Sagittary where I'm trying not to roast. Yeah, it's quite. I'm fucking boiling at the moment. I'm sweating like shit right now. This is glitchless, so. Just need the rules. Can you show me the rules, please? I need glitchless. Sorry, my phone's like lagging like shit right now. My phone's like freaking out like piss right now. Because this us. Oh, great, an ad. Awesome. I love when you try to use. Time starts. Oh, great. No, don't submit a run. Fuck's sake! Sandra, on plus side, my Fortnite ping has gone down from 26 to 60. 20 to 60. 0 to 14. So I'll enjoy that. And so, yeah, my internet's a little bit better now, actually. I got new internet, and mine's gone down from quite high to about 0 to about. Sometimes it'll go to 20, depending on how my internet decides to be. Just show me the rules, alright? I just want to see the rules, but for some reason you gave me an ad, and then I actually clicked on the ad, and you went to the ad, and I backed out, and then you fucking went down, and then I actually clicked on submit run, which I didn't want to do. I hate SRC so much, it's so horrifically made. Time starts upon loading into the office, for the... You must hit the let's do it option on the final choice in the epilogue. Okay. Alright. Probability had for a very long time. I was quite surprised that I put that. Yeah. I can't really get like super ooper duper fast in it because where I live, but yeah. I played Silent Power before, yes, because I pressed that, it'll give me less endings, and I can. Okay. I actually need to announce them live in a Discord server. 1 second. Sorry, I can't read chat for a minute. I don't have Discord open. I mean, I've got Discord open. I don't have OBS open right now. Oh, tabbed in. Stanley. Parable. Ultra Deluxe. Glitchless. Alright, I did good. Okay, OBS. That's correct. But you'll see later. Look one way, it's the rest of the bungalow. Look in the other terrain, it's hills and sheep. It kind of sounds like where I live a little bit. Alrighty, let's start the time our game, shall we? So, 3, 2. Nope, that's wrong. I need to make sure I turn on content warnings. 3, 2, 1. Start time. Okay, so first run of this section, we want to head
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
do
missed a memo.
little bit of a exploit. So it's not an exploit because this is glitchless, but a bit of a
When Stanley came to a set of 2
strat.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
A bit of a strat. Just got an extra chatter on your SE stats.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
What's SE?
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley
just
walked
willing
upstairs to
just
his
to
boss's
get this
office.
thing chatting as well. Oh, I see.
But Stanley just
Stanley
couldn't
came,
do
did
it.
he?
He considered the possibility of facing.
I was way too late on that, but that's fine. I didn't get one more ending, and then I can do
All
that
of his
split.
co-workers were gone. What could it
So that was
mean?
ending 1.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Now we're gonna
Perhaps he
get
had
ending
simply
2.
missed a memo.
To get ending 2, we're gonna not follow the narrator this time. Actually, we're
When
just
Stanley
completely.
came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct
Not
way
the
to
way
the
it was.
meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yeah.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
Like if Stanley had a
employee
pawn
lounge
there, that's
first,
probably
just
what it
to
was.
admire it.
Stanley came.
Yes,
Ooh,
truly
wow.
a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, he didn't. He went towards the collab ending. But he
Stanley was so
didn't
bad
go
at
into
following
it.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Stanley went to the collab ending. But he never entered the collab ending, because the collab ending
Stanley
is
had now
slow.
gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the
Fun
office
fact,
had
the club
begun-
ending actually
so
did
far off the
change.
beaten path that it seemed the office had begun-
The club ending
that it seemed the office had begun- You didn't think I was actually just a
used to
recording,
be,
did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be.
The club
All
ending
the
was
back and
Minecraft
forth between you and
and-
me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out
Was
I'm
it
just
Minecraft-
a
Minecraft
tape
and Paul?
recording. It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you
I
watch
love
a
Kevin
movie where
Bryan.
it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely
Can I get
bolt
on
off
this
the
table?
couch in pure shock
please
at
get
the
on the table?
phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an
This is our cat favourite
unending
cat. It's a lost
waterfall
cat.
of
His name's
surprises
Gene.
and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of
Apart
us
from
do.
it cost. You like pissing off their head, don't
Now I've
you?
become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is
Apart from
all
it costing me
your
$9.99 a
fault.
month. I am the one who wrote that, by the way, and yeah. To be honest, that's one thing. I wrote it because that's what everyone else puts, but that's kind of one of the biggest bullshit in the world when it says, like,
Could it
oh,
mean? Stanley decided to
you
go to the meeting room.
fucking,
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh,
it's free. It's not
new
free. You pay $9.99 a
content.
month for it. But,
What does that
you know.
mean? New content.
So it's kind of, well, though, to be honest, you do get a free Twitch, Twitch sub included to any channel, as well as every month that you sub to it.
Hello, and thank you for playing
And,
the
yeah.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
It's included in the price.
As you may know, the Stanley
it?
Parable was a video game released in 2013
I like
on home
Prime
computers.
because you get free
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded
free
upon
delivery
in 2022 with the Stanley Parable
on certain
Ultra Deluxe,
items.
a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Microsoft for all their faults.
The
were
Stanley
Game Pass
Parable
like
Ultra
that.
Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands
remember they used to give
the
that
world
for
of
like
the
a
Stanley
pound.
Parable,
Like
delighting
Xbox Live for a
audiences
pound.
the world over.
I remember when everyone was so like erect because
Please step inside. and
they
see
were
what
selling, like,
thrilling new adventures await in
fucking,
the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
they were selling
Oh, this sounds
Ultra,
delightful.
Ultimate, not
I'm
Ultra,
very
Ultimate.
excited to see the thrilling
You don't get
new
free delivery.
Ultra Deluxe content.
Well, for Prime you do.
Okay, so far it's an elevator.
Well, no,
Nothing
1 day
special
delivery, but
yet,
it's still
but
technically
I'm sure it's just the
you get
beginning
delivery.
of a
That's the one.
mesmerizing adventure.
1 day delivery is what I meant to say. Sorry, 1 day delivery is my favorite. So useful.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long
Yes.
last, it's
Get
on to
squad,
the
you don't
new
get it for a
content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I haven't paid for Prime in a while. Like, I don't have Prime at the moment. Also, one thing I like about Prime is you also get Prime Video
say,
included.
initial
You get, I would
impressions
say
of
Prime
Stanley
Video is pretty
Parable
good. If
Ultra
anyone asks me,
Deluxe,
is Prime Video
miffled
worth it? I'd say
tedious.
yes.
It's as if oh,
Because you get Prime Video included.
let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
And
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle. Is that
then you also
it?
get 1 day delivery
Surely
without
that's
an
not
extra
all the
charge
new
of having to
content.
pay for fucking
There has to be
delivery.
something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content
I know.
right there. Hell,
I don't know why
could
people
count
say
to
free,
30
it makes no
trillion.
sense, but...
You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000
I'm a bit of a sheep,
hours of
so
new
I kind of
content.
copied and
Oh, wait. There's more.
followed the crown.
Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these
Thank you
people
for
on
enjoying the
Twitter
new content.
and hold them personally accountable.
You pay a
It's
subscription
my
to
fault,
get...
Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm
I
afraid.
am so
It could never have lived
illiterate.
up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable
Can I not
is really
read?
about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me
I can't read.
having a
Yeah,
great
that's
time
official.
together like always. What do you say, friend?
Preferential. Preferential. Okay, I've never heard that word, or I'm stupid.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent.
Stop paying for your
I want to
subs, no
show
Prime
you
sub or
something.
one-day delivery. So, yeah. Yeah, again, the reason why I put free when it... And to be honest, even they advertise
you
it as
remember
free,
how
like
cheap
Amazon.
and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away
Grim,
here
have you
where the
heard
game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Like, content creation is
I call
great,
it
but then
the
there are some people who
memory
shouldn't make
zone.
content.
It's where I've been
Because
storing
there was
all
recently
my
a
favorite
situation
memories
in Las
so I
Vegas
can relive the peak
where
experiences of my life whenever I
there was
want.
this woman and there were these two
Experiences like the
YouTubers
launch
who
of
were
the
shot by
Stanley
this other
Parable on
YouTuber.
PC. You see, Stanley,
In
doesn't the
LA.
memory zone remind you of how
Not
wonderful
LA,
Stanley Parable
Las
was?
Vegas.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this
Yeah,
stunning
'cause they were in a
triumph of
fucking
games
internet
journalism.
beef, which is
10 out of
stupid.
10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be
There's
more
TikTok
than
advertises
games
that
end
they're
up less than
sugar-free,
any form
but
of
they're
art.
almost entirely
Stanley
sugar.
Parable
They're getting away with it
strives
because
and
each
then
TikTok is
succeeds
below the
to be
weight
every game
where they
ever
have and
created.
declare it's sugar,
Did you hear that,
sugar
Stanley?
content.
Every game ever
Yeah.
created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the
I know,
original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was
I think a lot of
Skyrim,
things
it was
to, like, to
Persona
sell
3,
them
It was all of them.
claim
And
they're
now,
free.
it's nothing. It's no games at all.
Like, you got
It
some
isn't
places,
even
like,
the Stanley
fucking,
Parable
what's it
anymore.
called?
It's just a
Paramount
husk
Plus.
of nothing.
They claim you can have
Lifeless
a 7-day
husk
free
with an
trial,
hour
but you
of
still have to
new
fucking pay
elevated
for it.
content.
What the fuck? That's not how a free trial goes. A free trial is you get a free trial and then you can decide if you
Here's
want to pay
another
for it.
moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating
Dream
commentary
Mario,
on the
get
nature
caught
of
out,
choice
leave
in
all those
games,
games, yeah.
and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and
yeah.
rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom!
I
Done.
like playing on
And they couldn't
PlayStation
even
because
begin.
they
Couldn't
call
resist
Steam
the urge to go
pressurized
meddling
gas.
with a beloved
I need to
franchise.
get things ready for Cryptic stream. Oh, is he streaming today? I'm assuming he's doing view games tomorrow, which I might join for because I still don't have the winning umbrella for.
To have it all over
I still don't
again.
have the winning umbrella.
Wait,
But
hang on.
I had the winning umbrella for OG
All this
because I won a
time,
solo
the memories
match in
then
OG.
before. What's this? What's
I
down
don't
here?
have
Oh no! Oh God! No!
I don't have the
Stanley.
winning umbrella
it's a
for-
collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas.
What's it called?
The extremely popular online storefront for computer games.
I don't have the umbrella, the winning
haven't
umbrella
looked at
for
these in years.
season
I can't
3.
even imagine what's being collected.
Yes, because Steam is
down
invisible.
here.
It's pressurized
Surely
water
these
gas.
reviews were glowing as
Oh yes,
well,
because Steam is
weren't they?
invisible. It's pressurized water gas. When you call it Steam, it's water vapor. Not the same thing. Yeah. Shit, I'm stood in front of the door, so it didn't think.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this
What's
game
down
to
west?
full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and
unfunny,
with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
Unfunny.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose
I
I could
love
write
this
up
game.
a handful of gags.
There's a glitch where you can
to
actually
the
skip
Stanley Parable,
the
but the game
skip
is
button
already
we're going to
such
be
a
pressing.
densely layered web of profound philosophical
20 minutes.
insights that I
Yeah,
can't
20 minutes
even
left until this
imagine
run
where
should
I'd
be
have
over.
the room to stick them.
I have to keep closing out this game, by the way. I'll have to restart this game quite often
Okay,
to
let's see
get
what this
thing.
one's saying.
Get a Steam burn from
While
actual
the idea
Steam,
for the game
then
is
you'll
good,
see why it matters.
For
Yeah.
someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me.
Grim. Oh, I was gonna say, Grim. Do I have you
honest,
added on
had
Steam? I
always
do have
thought
you
of the
added on
game's
Steam.
dialogue as being rather terse to
Got
begin
quite a
with.
few people added on Steam.
You can't know how much fluff I cut
Got
from the
Sneevum
game
added
to
on
get it to feel
Steam.
as
Got you
light
added
and
on
airy
Steam.
as it-
Got
Well, I always thought it
Loki,
did,
Lolki,
maybe it
not Loki,
wasn't.
Lolki.
Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on
Yes,
my
you do,
otherwise
yes.
unimpeachable
For
track
some
record.
considerable time. Yeah, I think it's been a
I
while.
feel
I know you've got
like
you've
a
got quite a
failure.
good few hours on Among
Like I
Us,
let these people
which I was
down.
very surprised about.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite
The
like
most,
this one.
the game I have the most hours on Steam is
You constantly have to stop doing anything.
what's it
so
called?
The narrator
Is
can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
I'm the one who left
Skip
that comment, by the way, even though I
Well,
didn't even have a Steam account in
really?
2014. No, I did have a Steam account in
Yes, I think we
2014, but it was
could do
definitely
that.
not
If I'm truly too
Cookie
preachy,
Night.
then
Those actually aren't the real
maybe letting
account
you
names,
skip
I don't
ahead
think.
for just a moment, surely it
But
could
people
be
have actually
done.
found and post on
What
Reddit
if
the
it
actual
means I can
account
strike
links
these
to the
negative
accounts that
reviews
actually
from the
posted those
record?
reviews.
Only positive
I
reviews
don't
of
like
the
Among Us
Stanley
regular
Parable.
mode, it
That's
brings...
my motto today, and it's always
Yeah,
been I'd do anything.
I don't know how, but I'm actually
Yes,
kind of
a
good at
skip
Among Us.
button we shall have. And here it is. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling
I like hide and seek,
monologue
it's much
for-
more fun. Have you played the 3D Among Us yet?
Well, there, sport.
Like
You
3D
really did
demo
catch me
one that they
rambling
have?
on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a
Especially if
thoughtless
you're on a
display of
PC, no.
self-absorption.
I've tried the new one.
Okay,
It's like
welcome
the
back,
VR
Stanley.
version,
Now, I
but
should say
yeah.
that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer.
I'm gonna try aim for a good 4-5 hour stream today,
I wanna
chat.
say
So
maybe 30, 45.
a good
Stanley,
good few 4
Stanley,
hours. So about 4 o'clock, I'm
Stanley,
gonna try and end the
please
stream.
don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
So I might do some
You've
Fortnite
just
later
been
today.
frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back.
And then I should be
You're
doing
back.
Split
Oh,
Fiction
goodness. I
when
have someone to talk to
Sneevum
again.
tells me
Stanley, I think it's been a week
she's down too.
or 2 weeks.
I've got to bug off in a minute. I need to restart this laptop for Cryptic stream.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time.
Is
to
Cryptic
think
doing
about
viewer
you
games?
about
Because if so, I might join him. Unless I'm just allowed to join him even if he's not doing viewer games. If he is doing Fortnite anyway. I filled your chat with my burble, though through Streamlabs will kiss your ass appropriately later on. You also, you're also financially helping me too. I'm actually almost, I am actually almost at the £50 or $50 threshold. So, sure, I was wondering, Few games are Saturdays. You'd have to ask him about anything else. I might see if he'd be okay with me joining him and you, if you guys are just randomly playing.
The end is never the end.
I doubt it will, but we'll see.
End is never the end. 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 Is never the end.
It's never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end. You don't know. Useless. Useless. Unless you ask. But he said useless then. I was gonna say what? Unless you, yeah. I'll ask him. I'll see. He might say yeah. I think he loves me. Like, in a friendly way. I don't know. Is he from Northern Ireland or Southern Ireland? See how we go. Did when the last game we played. We did, yes. I still remember that. That was a pretty good match, I'm not gonna lie. Fortnite is a lot like FNCS nowadays, or every match just feels like it's an FNCS. He's from County Antrim, Northern Ireland. Ah, okay. Hopefully he's not near that place that's got riots at the moment. I don't think he is, but yeah. A lot of people wonder what this sound is. I kind of theorized that it's the dinosaurs have come back. Jurassic World actually happened. Don't get those two mixed up, especially with half that community. Not a good idea. Yeah. I remember I went to Scotland and I felt like I wasn't liked. Mostly because I ran into a train guy that just was an arsehole to me. Oh yeah, I hadn't said this before. Actually, I said this yesterday, actually, when I was doing my Fallout 2 run. I was in Edinburgh going to Glasgow on the train. It's literally just one whole train, it's about an hour long. And he said to me, he was like, oh, you know, if you got a direct train to Glasgow, you'd be there a lot quicker. I'm not from fucking Scotland, I don't know this shit. I didn't say it to him because I was scared to say it. I was scared to be an arsehole, but, you know. Jurassic Park was stolen from an older Judge Dredd. Sorry by Pat Mills. I can't improve that and show that to you literally stolen. I feel like a lot of things are stolen. It's like one of my favourite songs, which is Shabuzi's bar song. That was technically stolen.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Alright, guys, we're getting the Stanley Parable 2. Ghostbusters by Ray Parker J. Ah. Was that stolen as well? Huey Lewis has made a fortune out of that song. Wait, who stole it? Did Huey Lewis make it, or did Ray Parker Jr. make it?
And about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable.
I know there's a lot of songs that have been like
any new content for it should live up to that. So
not stolen, but they've been covered. Like the biggest one is Begging, or Begging by for the Four Seasons. That song it was thinking by Madcon first, back in the early 2010s. Yes, and then Mainskin made theirs. I like the original more, but yeah. Because Ray Parker Jr. stole the guitar riff from I Want a New Drug by Huey Lewis in the song. No, he'll stole the guitar riff. It's like, I see. Okay. I've noticed that song, by the way, is actually a Fortnite. Is in Fortnite. It's a Fortnite emote. And I've noticed it's actually a rare emote. You can't get it anymore. You haven't been able to get it since like 2021. Yeah, no, 21, 22, whatever the fuck. Right, first, we don't get the bucket. First, we get collectibles.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Yeah.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2,
there is a QR code in here. Grim, do you have a browser that works at the moment? I'm assuming so, because you're on Twitch. Could you type in https://www.stanleyparable2 no spaces.com and see if alright, never mind. See ya. I gotta go. That's alright. I'll look, because I wonder if the site's still up.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game, and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean?
Be a waste of time. Okay, I don't think I can wake up.
Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the bucket exhibit. You see, there's a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the bucket. And I really do
forgot I am supposed to get the bucket in this room.
But it's important that you go see the bucket, okay? All right, I'll get out of your hair now.
I'll check while we have this bucket to come. I feel like that site is down for some reason.
I'll look in a second. Confusing and paradoxical. that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say
Forgot the
that
reassurance
after
bucket
much
existed for a minute.
consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel
I think the site's
perfectly
down.
normal, and perhaps
Did they shut the site down?
you may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay, should be able to leave now.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? Really
let me quickly pick a balloon real quick.
Already.
Actually, I don't think I have to actually pick a balloon. Do I have to pick up a balloon? Ah, fuck. If I have to, I don't know if I have to pick out a balloon. If I don't, we'll leave it. I bet it might make me pick out a balloon. Though the game could just randomly pick one for me, so. Okay, yeah. I think it's just gonna pick one out for me.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all
So
of the new
bucket.
features?
That's it.
Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Don't worry, that's the end of my timer for a second. Okay, it picked happy birthday 12th. Happy 12th birthday, Stepniece. I can't remember what it was for a second.
Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
So, fun fact, I ran this game a while ago, back when it was like, just came out, but it was a lot slower. Like, I didn't get here in 23 minutes. I got here in like an hour. I think I tried all 12 endings though, that was the thing.
It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
But when I was at UKSG, Paulister and Dunsey, I think that's how you pronounce his name. They ran it, and I was like, fuck out.
They would need the structure and the gameplay.
Yeah, actually, when they run actually you can actually find the run. It's on YouTube, and I show up. You can actually see me in the audience. Obviously, I sat front row because fucking I've played the Stanley Parable since it was a fucking Half-Life mod.
With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could, but it would need a really
Stanley Parable's always been my favourite game.
Because
when it was a Half-Life mod, and then I played it when it first came out, and then I remember when it came out free on Epic, and I got it on my so I have it on Epic and on Steam. And then I got it on console when it came out on console, because I was like, fuck I will. Alrighty, Stanley Figlarine time. So this is the Stanley Parable 2. We're not going to grab the bucket, because we don't need to.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
let's go for this one first. I don't know which is the fastest to go for, so we're going to go for...
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to
the
go
one
up
underneath
to
the
his
stairs,
boss.
and we'll go in the
Coming
one in
to
the
a
office, and then we'll restart.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
So there's another one in the toilet, and there's another one in the elevator. Actually, not in the elevator, but it's...
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
They're Stanley-figlarines, though I fucking spelt it wrong. They go under many different names. Stanley-figs, Figlegs.
To discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, Stanley was in such a
But my favourite one is the
through
longest
story
name
as
of them,
quickly
which
as
is
possible.
Stanley-figlarines.
He didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
I'm considering one day going to a UKSG and submitting to run this category. But I don't know if they'll accept it.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated.
So that's what I want to also submit Trilogy as well to a UKSG Green next year. Because I've already told some people I'm already going to go to UKSG's.
The name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me. All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office? Maybe Stanley would never pick up the bucket.
What the fuck are you talking about?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
We're almost done with the run, chat. We just need to get the last 2 Stanley figurines. One's over here, and the other one is over by the collab ending. We then need to watch the little video that he makes in Movie Maker.
You've nearly gotten all of the
I need to kill myself.
Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second.
Twitch, I'm on about in the game. I forgot to state that real quick.
By then, different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Lorines.
Oh yeah, Figler and Lorines as well. That's another one.
But in his eagerness to...
Oh, there's the paper one.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support. Stanley, pick up the... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
It's been a while since I
decided to
picked
go
up
to
the
the
bucket,
meeting room.
so he got
Perhaps
pissed at
he
me
had
about it.
simply missed a memo.
I don't want to do any bucket endings, you
Stanley
twat.
came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct.
So I think that's RNG.
And Stanley knew it perfectly well.
But yeah.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
So we're just gonna do a slight bit of glitchless, glitchless RNG manipulation right there, which is by simply just restarting. Thankfully, this game is very simple when it comes to RNG manipulation.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So we're going to actually. I'd say it's more near the. It's near the collab ending and the tractor ending. Oh, I mean bucket ending. Forgot. Sorry.
Trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the
if you have a bucket and you try and go to the collab ending, it makes you go on like this little game show where you have to basically say that tractor is a bucket.
Someone you... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
I need to remember what this one is.
Convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Believe I am
I don't
fully
know how
correct.
to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Yep.
Look, let me prove it. And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
So here we're going to have to keep closing out the game and going through quickly spamming through all the menu
but that
questions.
Would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done.
And then,
We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines. Now listen carefully, this is a...
So but before we do that, we need to watch the little video, and then we need to do it all. And see the wall is fake.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines.
We have to go memory zone again.
I haven't stopped thinking about
Well,
them
this would
since we
technically be
nabbed
memory zone
every
2,
last
but...
one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Sorry about that. That's my PC lagging. My game didn't lag, but the audio did, because, yeah. That's the BAFTA, by the way, for The Last of Us. Sorry, I mean the Stanley Parable.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible.
If you wonder what that joke
we
means,
no idea of how many
they
of them
basically
we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how
create a
could we know
BAFTA,
for certain?
and you can see on the back on it says Bruce Straley for The Last of Us. But they just put Stanley. They like kind of haphazardly taped the Stanley Parable on it, which, in my opinion, the Stanley Parable should have been won the BAFTA.
I'll be honest.
They got William Pugh
I had no
to like
faith
do a
in
whole
you to
interview and
find any
everything.
of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Where was it?
Okay, let's
First
do a
one we
little
found was
quiz.
the boss's
Which of
office.
these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
It was actually the bathroom, but
No. Behind the boss's office was the 4th place you found a Figanli, not the 3rd.
oh
Well, I guess perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Memories like these are
fucked up.
so precious
fine.
and so cherished that they all just sort of blend together, don't they? You know what? If the boss's office feels like the 3rd place you found a collectible, then who am I to go making judgments? Let's see. What came next?
pink
Oh,
room.
yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
Oh shit! I stopped walking because I thought I was waiting for it to load back in, but no.
This was the 5th mini stand, and
You can't
this
actually
one
die
was
here
really
because there's
something
a
special. It
collision
was
all
in
around the place.
warehouse. I remember it so clearly. In fact,
Don't go in here with the
this one
bucket if
is
you don't like horror games,
particularly
because it's kind of
special to
creepy in
me.
here.
I made a little video to commemorate.
Oh, here's a
the
little video.
occasion. Enjoy.
Really, Movie Maker. How you found it? By the narrator. Shit, fault control. Fuck. There he is. It's Mini Stand 5. Holy fuck. Yeah. You found it near the cargo lift. Yeah, I did. The PlayStation camera's being a dick. Thanks for watching. To break your wrists. Thanks for finding on the copyright the narrator.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
You have to like break your wrists doing that. You forget carpal tunnel. Oh, wrong way. I keep getting it's left. And that's right. This is walking through here is like when you walk through Fucking murder pants
And
in
then,
Fallout
Stanley,
3.
then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Now we're in the present.
And then there was no more.
Which, yes, does take our camera and shoves on the TV.
Nothing left to do but move onward into the future.
Didn't know this, but the guy who actually made this game, who wrote the game, Davey Redden, though he also made the game as well. His brother is Twitch streamer DugDug.
Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from
if you don't know who DugDug is, he's a YouTuber and Twitch streamer. One of my favourite YouTubers and Twitch streamers.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour,
yeah, I'm not a pass. If you know Fallout 3 speedrunning, you know I'm not a pass. Sucks dick.
In my mind. Let's keep going.
We'll do some Fallout 3 tomorrow, by the way, chat. I want to say that real quick. We will do some Fallout 3 tomorrow.
Here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Holy fuck!
Yes, I love that video.
Well, this is definitely a world record. I think the world record for glitchless is 35 minutes, and I'm off that.
Stanley, still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
This will actually be the first ever PS5.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind
PS5
of reward for finding all of these,
that's what I did on
it
Switch,
really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Oh, alright, I got confused for a second there, sorry. That was a waste of time.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too.
Was that first?
The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it?
Actually, was the second, because the first was actually in the expo.
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the Figlarines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
The expo hall. Oh, the jump cycle.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rose... Oh, yes! The two doors! Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
And then it's in here to his office when the game ends.
Everything else.
But that's not time.
Because
we have the epilogue. We have to keep restarting the game.
Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
Life, existence,
I
creation.
I can remember.
Davey Redden. Even though it's not Redden, it's apparently Redden, but... Oh.
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions.
I've heard of a DugDug video so far where he made a town for his, or a city for his mate in
somewhere along the way,
City Skylines, but he got his chat to do it. His chat's basically become like the mayor's. And there was one which was, I pooped in potty, and one person in chat was like, that's my mayor. If you haven't seen that video, I recommend it. It's great. But yeah, he's the brother. DugDug is the brother of the guy who made this. And Crow's basically just remastered it pretty much.
But I suppose it's grown old.
Main coder is overloading. But the mods don't care about main coder overloading.
Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
What an ending. Okay, epilogue time. So, how the epilogue works is we need to close out the game. And we need to relaunch the game. Yes, I have Popular Playtime Chapter 3. I do want to play through that on stream because Chapter 4 comes out this month on the 25th. We will be playing it. Okay? Chapter 4 is already out. I mean on console chat. Just want to bring that up. I've already played it. Yeah, David Reed. What, Redden, however you pronounce it. It depends on your accent. I was just spam through the chats. I know I set a time, but I don't want to do it this time. Okay? Arsehole. Yeah, we just need to quickly restart the game. I believe it's a 3-time restart. I might be wrong about that one. So yeah, the minute like the game loads back in, we're gonna just close out the game, and we do another launch. This is PS5 because I would not dare do this on PS4 because I have this game on PS4. This is actually the PS5 copy of the game, but I do also have the PS4 copy because it's PS4 and PS5. He gets pissed about it pretty much. You entered 12 o'clock again. It is not 12 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock actually, but it's fine. I want to see if anyone's in chat, which I don't think anyone is. If anyone is in chat, could someone please type !time? If not, I'll do it myself, but it's fine. Again, we'll close out the game, and this is where we get my favourite slider of Okiboinkle or Scrumtush. My favourite word, by the way, is Okiboinkle. I like Scrumtush. It sounds very sounds like it has something to do with your ass, but yeah. The reason why I couldn't stream this before getting my before buying a new capture card was because you have to restart the game, and when you're on cats, love cats. I actually like dogs more, but Okiboinkle's my favourite, but I'm not going to do anything. Please don't just slide up, shut. Maybe Cavill, I don't know what time it is, even though my PC says it's 1:23 on the 13th of June, 2025. No, I've told you everything about me. Help. Nah, I'm good. Will you come back and visit me? I don't really want to. Okay, and one more launch, I believe it is. I believe it's one more? Should be one more. I think it's one more. Time is going to be when the epilogue unlocks, which we'll know because he'll tell us. Yeah. Time's up. Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. Yeah, it's like we're strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all the game settings. It's just what I do, like a day job. And now the job is over. There is more. I can't be asked to read that, and I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some of the settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, you won't have to. Video games are meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? Well, it's time for me to leave. There is still one more setting to adjust. It's not really my job description. Perhaps you'll see me again if you find me. Talk soon. Epilogue time! Here we go. Epilogue. Woo. Alright. Epilogue. This is a rough time, but it's fine. It's fine. Many years later. So we're just going to keep walking. This does remind me of Journey, by the way. I want to say this real quick. Maybe we'll find out quickly what the slowest, not slowest, but like the bottom of the leaderboard is. So I feel like I'll beat this in about, well, it's been 40 minutes, so I feel like I'll beat this in about 49, nearly 50. So I think I might be bottom of the leaderboard, which I don't care. That's fine. Again, when it's my first ever run, I don't really care about being bottom of the leaderboard. Because then that gives me times to try and beat, if you get what I mean. Glitchless, any percent. SLC is really unresponsive today. It was down yesterday, apparently. Oh. The worst time, 55 minutes. How is that 50 minutes? 48 minutes and then 55 minutes. The time, something's wrong though. Oh, that's the RT time and then that's... I don't actually have RT time. I don't know if I need RT time. So... if I need RT time, then fuck. But I don't have RT time. I guess this technically is real time because I don't stop it, so... And then IGT, it doesn't really give me an IGT. I'm playing on a PS5. The memory zone, it's destroyed. The way I do this is just follow the wire. It's hard to see, but just follow the wire should be fine. There's a review of the Stanley Parable. This is a bit of an issue because I'm a little bit lost. I know, I see where I'm supposed to go. That was a little bit of a time waste there, but it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna be quick about this, so... Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's Tales on Stanley Parable. Did you read what the developer said? What nonsense. Stanley Parable is not sacred. Screw it. Let's make... Yep. Let's run this franchise into the ground! Skeleton ice cream. Or skeleton cheese. Let's do it. Apparently that's where time ends. If not, mods, could you retime that, please? Or could mods retime that? IGT? Oh, it's 48:26. What's the skeleton cheese? That is it. Beep beep. So that is the Stanley Parable 3. I will submit that to. I will highlight that. I will post that to YouTube, and then I'll post the highlight to my Stream Archive channel, and then I will submit that one. That's good. That's good. Pretty good time to beat. 48:26. Good time to beat. I feel like I could beat that. Like, if I actually learn the route a lot better, and actually kind of route it, I could probably do a lot better. And not fuck up. Like I did last time in the bathroom and actually remember. Actually have good fucking memory and remember shit. But yeah. 48:26:70. That's not a bad time. It's not a bad time at all.